YP Singh, because he's been with the Mumbai police, and forget what ultimately comes in this CBI probe. Will you accept, sir, that the actions and inactions of the Mumbai police have created a fog of suspicion where many right-thinking people now look at what's happening, what's not happening, and wonder, dal mein kuch kala hai, the manner in which they're acting, Mr. YP Singh, from the very first moment seems to raise suspicion. It's the manner in which the Mumbai police, the Bihar police comes in, they are quarantined, not allowed to probe. It almost looks, just through the actions, forget what happened on the ground, that the Mumbai police is trying to shield someone, just the manner in which they're acting. Would you concede that?
Yes, Rahul, there are enough reasons to apprehend that. In fact, Mumbai police is a victim of its own immaturity. Under the police manual, the instructions are very clear that when it comes to an accidental death investigation case like a suicide, in that case immediately the social and family circumstances have to be intensively examined. Now they deviated from the prescribed procedures of the police manual and started drawing some sort of a joy by calling a spectrum of Bollywood celebrities, and this is where they faltered. They started calling those people who were not relevant to the investigation in the suicide case, and thereafter, out of their sheer sense of annoyance or even retribution, they quarantined the Bihar police officer and assumed a non-cooperative disposition against the Bihar police officers. So certainly, because of such comprehensive conduct of an undesirable nature by the Mumbai police, it is bound to raise a suspicion. Though I don't really think that substantive elements of the investigation
what do you think is up? YP Singh,
you
understand the workings of the Mumbai police, its inner trappings. What do you think is at play? I mean, why would they act in a manner that raises suspicion, almost making it, if you do a straw poll across the country and ask people, they're convinced that the Mumbai police is out to save someone.
I think it was out of sheer immaturity. They started calling lots of people professional rivalry, Karan Johar, his secretary, and many others they started calling. So naturally, if you start summoning people who had no link with the crux of the case, it is bound to arise a suspicion. Though I do not think that there was something malafide in nature, perhaps they acted in an immature manner, got enormously impressed by Bollywood celebrities.
No, but once again, if this is police in some small town, and I don't want to be parochial by naming X town or Y, and the Thanedar over there, the SHO, the investigating officer, haven't met the likes of an Aditya Chopra, Karan Johar, or what have you, and then you draw them in, you can say, okay, he's starstruck. But this is the Mumbai police. All these stars live amongst them. If they go on a fishing expedition and start calling one producer, one director, one actor, one actress, they don't need to go on a fishing expedition. So it's not as if the Mumbai police is starstruck, for heaven's sakes.
They don't have to go do that, but they do, because Mumbai police is, as it is, enormously starstruck. Every year they have a function, and all the stars, no star can dare to refuse attending a police function. Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, every celeb and every star is there in the police function. Why? Because they have some apprehensions about Mumbai police. If the Mumbai police they ruffle their feathers, tomorrow there can be something undesirable against them. Salman Khan case, for instance, police is investigating. There are so many issues pertaining to stars which keep coming, and that is perhaps the reason why, because of the intimacy of the stardom with the Mumbai police, that all these undesirable things have happened.
So Navneet Vasan, I was looking at the CBI's conviction record from 2010 onwards. It ranges between 65% in 2015 to 69% last year. So it's roughly in the range of about 65 to 69.92. However, several high-profile cases like the Jia Khan case haven't been cracked and solved by the CBI. As a man who's been an important functionary in the Central Bureau of Investigation, how confident are you that the CBI will be able to resolve this mystery about whether this is a case of suicide or murder?
Rahul, let me tell you, this 65 or 69% is a wrong perception. Conviction is much lower than that, because this is a conviction which is obtained in the trial court, and the CBI does not take into account, when publishing its statistics, that how many accused were charge sheeted and how many of them have been acquitted. And second, it does not take into account how many cases after conviction in the trial court have been acquitted in the higher courts. So you don't go by the figure of 62 or 69%, it is much lower than that. Keeping that aside, you see this, the Supreme Court judgment, I was on your channel 5 or 6 days back when I told you that the only alternative available with the Supreme Court was to exercise its power under Article 142 and entrust the case to Delhi Special Police Establishment. But the damage which it has done, which earlier also one panelist raised, you know, there will be cases where people will file FIRs in different states against and start harassing people. It has happened in the past, and Supreme Court in its wisdom has come down and have transferred the investigation to one place